Missing out on basketball news is already tough. So go ahead and tap that bell icon and let it ring for the latest in Basketball U. This is 5 on 5 Fast Break News on Basketball U. Basketball U, we are back at it again with another installment of Fast Break News, hitting you with the most up-to-date news in the basketball world. Thank you again for all the support as we look to add more to the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up at the bottom of the video, keeping you locked in with all the info. Here we go. Today, we got two really cool stories, and some for you fans from the Philippines. You have someone out there doing some great things in the basketball community. But the first story has to do with an unbelievable young woman who battled back from a devastating spinal injury which could have ended her career forever. Didi Richards, now a senior and the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, has made a huge impact on his championship Baylor team. On October 24th, a senior guard for the number 4 Baylor women's basketball team had been temporarily paralyzed in a freakish on-court collision with teammate Moon Urson in practice. Richards, the National Defensive Player of the Year last season for the Big 12 champion Lady Bears, went airborne to intercept the pass, and Urson inadvertently slammed into her hip, then both hit the floor. Baylor coach Kim Mulkey didn't see it happen. She was writing on her clipboard, but said it sounded like a football collision without the pads. Richards briefly passed out, then came to with longtime Baylor athletic trainer Alex Olson at her side. Richards has suffered a spinal cord injury without radiographic abnormality, which causes temporary impairment. It was a non-structural injury, but Richards initially dealt with paralysis from the hips down. Essentially, it was a spinal shock. Initially, one doctor wasn't sure she'd be able to play again. They said that I kept saying, "I can't feel my legs. I can't feel from my hips down," Richards said. "I'm the type that whenever I fall, I want to get back up quickly," Alex said. "Move your legs." And that's when I realized that I couldn't. Yet 38 days later, Richards was on the court for Baylor, totaling 4 points, 7 assists, and 2 steals in Tuesday's 67-62 victory at South Florida. The always energetic and feisty Richards even picked up a technical in her season debut. She smiled later and admitted she felt a little tired and winded, but otherwise fine. Even after medical professionals assured Mulkey that Richards would be able to come back, although they wasn't sure when, Mulkey had her doubts. She kept those to herself, knowing how determined Richards was. But she had seen the video of Didi struggling initially to walk across her hospital room with a walker. Then Mulkey saw her doing rehab during Baylor's practices, eventually shedding the walker but still needing to will herself to every step. "The mother instinct comes out in you," Mulkey said, "and it's like, to heck with basketball. Let's just get her back to normal, Didi, being able to walk and dance around and be happy." Richards, her mother says, always has been an upbeat kid, someone who gets out of bed in a good mood, bright and early, giggling and turning up her favorite music loud to start the day. Flanked by nurses on either side and a walker in front of her, Richards did walk, haltingly, and her determination kept pushing her. She wanted to be released from the hospital by Monday to join her team. "My main thing was making it back for testing at 12:15 Monday like normal," Richards said. "I just kept telling the doctors and the physical therapists I can do it. I just wanted to be back around familiar faces, something that made me happy, which is my team and my coaches." Mulkey tried to prep her team, instructing her players to hide their shock at seeing Richards using a walker. Richards said she kept telling everyone not to worry, even though inside she felt scared. The first neurologist she went to see told her there was a possibility that she wouldn't be able to play basketball again. That briefly made her consider redshirting. "I kept the poker face for sure," Richards said. "There were definitely times where I would be kind of discouraged, so I'd just go in my room and lay there watching TV, or sometimes even cry. I definitely had some hard times throughout this process." A second opinion with a different neurologist who had treated other athletes with similar injuries was far more optimistic. The second doctor was like, "Go, go, 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 until your brain tells you to stop." Richards said, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, I can do that." Part of the rehab was with an anti-gravity treadmill, which uses a pressurized air chamber to reduce the gravitational load. It allowed Richards to walk without putting full weight on her legs. Then around November 5th, she was able to get up from a chair and walk by herself without the support from the walker or anything else. On November 18th, Baylor tweeted a video of Richards shooting jump shots. "It was just so dramatic how her legs woke up," Mulkey said. "At first, it was just seeing her stand up and walk without the walker. Then she kept getting better. One day she snuck into a defensive drill from the sideline and I'm like, are you kidding me? And I thought, she really is coming back." Shortly after the injury, Richards said her legs went from feeling numb to feeling as if a limb had fallen asleep and is waking up. "It started turning into a tingling sense, like the pins and needles," she said. "That was still frustrating because I was trying to get my legs to move, but it felt kind of like they were dead weight. My legs felt stuck, or they would hesitate, or jump a bit. That's when I learned to celebrate each little thing. Every different thing that was something I wasn't able to do the day before. I became more positive with the little victories." She was determined to try to do everything herself. She didn't want to rely on anyone, Giannetta said. Then they cleared her to drive, and then she was determined she was going to play again. On Monday, doctors cleared Richards to play. On Tuesday, she came off the bench and brought the same experience and energy to Baylor as she has the past 3 years. Mulkey said the other thing she loves about Richards is the humor she adds to the team. "I'll be giving a good motivational talk. I'm intense. I'm getting after it," Mulkey said. And then you'll hear Didi go, "You tell him, Mulkey." Most players would be scared to death to say that, but the kids got the message, and then we need to laugh. That's just Didi. Richards said she has thought a lot the past 5 weeks about what she can learn from the injury. She feels it has brought her closer to basketball. "It was my senior year. I was ready to get out of school. I wanted to try something new because I want to model for sure," Richards said. "But I think this injury was almost like a wake-up call in a way, and it's really drawn me more to the game." Unbelievable story, and we shared the story with you, basketball family, just in case anyone is going through a hard time and looking for something inspirational to push through. Thank you, Didi, for being such a positive role model in the game of basketball and representing women's basketball so gracefully with your determination. We got a cool story for all of our fans in the Philippines. A former professional basketball player in the Philippine Basketball Association, Carl De Hesa, went to a secret location to revamp a court apart as an initiative with Mr. Pinoy Hoops Mike Swift's Every Court Can Dream initiative, where they will be painting 1,000 courts in different communities to give back, and this will be Mike's 107th court. Wow, that is so cool for the community and kids coming up wanting to be future ballers. We spoke with KD and he said this: "I wanted to have my own court where I can train kids outside in an environment with fresh air instead of an enclosed space like a gym. The pandemic has people fearful, so having a court in nature will hopefully get some of these players out and get to be out with all the elements." Carl also has been working on some workout programs for kids of all ages and pros as he created the brand Align Worldwide, bringing the world together through basketball. We here at Basketball U love to see the basketball community grow and love to support anyone that has a positive message in the game. Carmelo is closing in to the top 10 list of all-time scoring in the NBA by hitting number 13 and passing the legendary high flyer Dominique Wilkins. Crazy to think that Melo wasn't almost out of the NBA for good until getting another opportunity from the Portland Trail Blazers. He has been in a very different role than he has ever been in his career, but he has got accustomed to it and embraced it fully and is having success and enjoying every moment, and still shows flashes of his scoring ability from time to time. He will end up passing the legendary Oscar Robertson and Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon as he closes into the top 10. What an amazing accomplishment he's approaching. Stay mellow. And it's not a 5-on-5 fast break news without this 5-on-5 fast break trivia. Which of these NBA stars recorded rap songs with the Notorious B.I.G. and Jay-Z? Is it A, Allen Iverson, B, Shaquille O'Neal, C, Michael Jordan, or D, Charles Barkley? correct answer is B. In 1996, Shaquille O'Neal released a rap album called You Can't Stop the Rain, and the title song on the album featured the Notorious B.I.G., who is regarded as one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time. Rap legends Mobb Deep, Rakim, and Jay-Z were also featured on the album. The talent level in the girls' game is rising, and the excitement is building for the anticipation of conference tournaments along with the NCAA tourney. 60 points was a season low for Louisville, who is a team that normally averages 82.5 points per game with 4 players scoring in double digits. The Wolfpack defense only allowed Dana Evans to score in double figures. Evans led the Cardinals with 17 points, shooting 10 for 22 from the floor and 5 for 8 from the 3. NC State used their size inside and ran a consistent inside game against Louisville. The Wolfpack had 36 paint points compared to Louisville's 18. That's credit to Alyssa Cunane's dominance in the paint. Getting her back after some different protocols, Cunane led NC State with 16 points, shooting 7 for 9 from the floor and grabbing 6 rebounds. The score makes a statement, but I don't think you have seen the last of this matchup, as we know for sure it will be something to look forward to in the tourney. Don't forget to check out some of the other videos here on Basketball U. We are currently working on some content, so you can check us out daily. The support has been great, and we want to make sure we give you back that same energy by providing all of your basketball needs. Thank you for all the kind comments in the comment section. Shout out to all the new subscribers and everyone watching all around the world, from the United States to Philippines, United Kingdom, Australia, India, Mexico, Canada, Germany, Sweden, Japan, Nigeria, South Africa. Thanks for the love, and stay tuned for so much more here on Basketball U. Almost forgot, here's another reminder. YouTube.com/BasketballU. Our new URL makes it easier to find us. Again, thanks for watching. This concludes this edition of 5-on-5 Fast Break News on Basketball U. We bring you the latest on all things basketball, from college to the NBA to the WNBA. And all you gotta do is subscribe. And remember, someone's always working. Are you?